How did you see that play out?
Well, I love the way we approached this game. We want to continue to improve, regardless of what the result of the last game was. We want to have a growth mindset, and we know we have to improve with our paint defense, our transition defense, and our assertiveness offensively. And we didn't shoot the ball that well offensively from the perimeter, but when you can get to the rim, that's always the first option. And I like the way we attack the paint offensively. And obviously the defense in the first half was maybe as good as we've been all year. I think we took 6 charges, and just an exceptional commitment to all of our coverages and the paint first mindset.
You were asked about AD's offensive rhythm before the game, and you said that wasn't exactly a concern of yours. He comes out super efficient tonight, 37, 11 points in the paint. I suppose that's what you were, I don't want to say expecting, but can you describe how that occurred in this case?
Yeah, I mean, he's just, we want to make sure we're playing through him as much as possible, and we got a lot of new guys on this team, so there's been times early in the season where myself and even AD has been trying to get other guys comfortable, and we knew this week, the beginning of this trip was a time to really start, having him be more assertive, and he didn't have a great night against Milwaukee, but the mindset was there, and tonight, obviously he was dominant, with how he was playing. So, like I said, it was not something we're worried about, just something you balance, trying to get everybody going throughout the course of a long season, and he was great tonight.
Hey Frank, I'm sure after tonight you guys are still the number 1 defense in the NBA, and obviously the record speaks for itself. How much of that do you think is a reflection of AD's sort of perfectionism and drive, not only to improve himself but the team?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's 2 pieces of what you're talking about with AD. One, what he does personally on the court and the pride that he takes, but the like you said, the perfectionist part of him, wanting to be great on that side of the ball. When your 2 captains are really bought in to being great on the defensive end, the rest of the group follows, and we have a lot of defensive talent. So, if we're working together and we're connected and playing with a locked-in mindset like we saw in the first half, we're very, very difficult to score against. And with the firepower that we have offensively, we'd be tough to beat. So we got to continue with that defensive commitment.
Right before the game, you said that by the top line of the scouting report is opposing teams trying to take away your transition opportunities. Is line number 2 your 3-point shooting? You guys didn't shoot it all that well tonight, coming off a really strong game in Milwaukee. Was there anything schematic or pressure-wise that Chicago was doing that led to that 4 for 19 showing?
I don't think it was necessarily. I mean, Chicago played good defense. I don't think they were trying to take away our threes. They're a paint first type of defense, but their starting center was out, so. They played a lot of small lineups. They started a young player at center in Gafford, and I think they were just a little bit undermanned in terms of trying to stop us at the paint. So we were able to attack, and we'll take threes when they're high quality. When the paint's taken away, we punish them with backside threes, and we didn't really need that as much tonight with the way we were attacking the paint.
Yeah. Frank, I think you guys also lead. You mentioned the Chargers taking you. I think you guys lead the league in that category. Are those want-to plays? Like what makes a player good at taking charges? And then also, kind of, what did you think when you saw Caruso take that one in the first half? It seemed like that was a pretty violent collision.
Yeah, I mean, any type of play like that, you worry about the player's safety and health first. He popped up, seemed to be okay. So I was happy about that. What makes somebody a great charge taker? I think there is a little bit of natural ability, with that. Some guys are not natural charge takers, and we encourage those guys to be verticality defenders. It doesn't really matter whether you're hitting the deck or going straight up in the air. The mindset of having a collision when a driver comes to our basket, that's what's most important. So some guy, we got a lot of guys that take them naturally, and that's why you see us leading the league in charges. But the collision mindset at the rim is the number one thing.
Get to a few more, Jovan.
Hey Frank, LeBron's cutting has been up this year, and we saw tonight he had a nice couple cuts with AD and Mark. How does having two bigs who can pass with Mark and AD kind of unlock that wrinkle in LeBron's game?
Well, you said it right there. When you have guys that can pass the basketball and the guys that can shoot the basketball from the perimeter, the paint is more wide open for those types of cuts. So we want to make sure that especially with Anthony's post-ups, that we give him the proper amount of space to go to work. And a lot of times, they bring soft double teams and they try to sit at the elbow and, just give him a soft double team. And, that's where we're encouraging guys to cut from the backside. We've been able to get Ron a couple highlight reel dunks the last couple of games, with that concept. And like you said, when you have bigs that can pass the ball the way Mark and AD do, and even Trez, you have a lot of those opportunities.
Last one, Andy Kameninski.
Yeah, Frank, you guys had a really big lead at the half, and that's been the case for a lot of games over the course of this season. It can be human nature to let up with that type of a lead. As a coach, how do you go about either maintaining urgency, manufacturing it, just to try to prevent that from happening as much as possible?
Yeah, we got to be better. That's the simplest way to put it. Last game we gave up a lead, we lost. And we talked about that at halftime. We came out and didn't play the third quarter the way we were supposed to, and approach that half, really the whole second half, the way we're supposed to. So we'll learn from it and hopefully get better next time. Hopefully we're going to be up again by 20 or 30 halftime at some point, and we'll draw back on this experience, knowing that we didn't do well enough here, and we got to be better in the future.